Hey everyone, this is going to be more half-assed of a review than usual, and the reason why is I bought this from a store, and the store didn't have the box or the second set of wheels or anything, so I literally just got this in some bubble wrap, and that's it. This is a Diecast Masters branded diecast of a Nissan Silvia S14, and I guess this car was available or manufactured between 1993 and 1998. But Diecast Masters, the guys that made this model, specifically say this is a 1996 where it had a facelift. And so this whole bumper, I guess, is a little different than the earlier years. And it also has an aero package. So it's got this taller wing than the normal Silvias of the regular trim package, I guess. I couldn't really figure it out, or I was too lazy, but there was some K and Q variations. I don't know what a K or Q means, but it's I guess gets you some sort of aerodynamic packaging, but I'm not sure what else it gets you. But anyhow, the S14 was a little bit lower and wider than the S13, the previous generation, but unfortunately it grew a little bit in size, so it got the higher taxation rate in Japan. And so I think they made the S15 afterwards, and then the line ended there. Okay, well, that's all I really learned. Not too much about it. There's some 2-liter up to 2.4-liter engines up front, rear-wheel drive, which is what makes it a good car for drift people that like to drift race. And some were normally aspirated. I think the 2-liter came in normally aspirated and turbocharged versions. Okay, well, anyways, if you look at the photo, I think it looks pretty darn close. I don't see anything glaringly off, or do I? Maybe I do, actually. Basically, these are vertical. I kind of feel like these are at an angle. I might be wrong. I might have to look at some photos later on. And then I couldn't really find a rear view without someone modifying their wheels. So this is the best rear view I could find, but it looks pretty similar, this high wing that they put on there. And then the lights are blacked out a little bit, so okay. Alright, let's take a closer look. So it's a nice green, and actually if you guys want to see a little bit more of it, I think this was the car that Pocket Rocket 64 reviewed a while back, and that's what got me into buying all these Diecast Masters or BM Creations models. So he might show the aftermarket wheels set, which I do not have, but just looking at the internet, there's supposed to be 5-spoke chrome wheels for the second wheel set. Okay, well, anyways, it's a nice metallic green, and it's got the aero body package going on, I guess, as part of the casting itself. There's some sort of logo here. I don't know what that is. If that's a K? S? I don't know what that is. No idea. Okay. The wheels here, yeah, I mean, they're alright, I guess. They look similar to the photographs, but not really identical. Well, okay. A little fuel filler door here. Some black paint on the windows. A little silver paint in the mirrors, so that's nice. Not really a fan of these defroster lines. I mean, you don't see them at all on the photograph of the real car, so I just don't see a need for these at all if they're not going to be thinned. I mean, those are so thick. They just don't look realistic. Okay, but these rear lights do look pretty nice. It seems to be like, a translucent plastic, and then they printed black on top of it. But there's orange over there, and red, and white, so that's pretty good. I kind of feel like there's a logo there. I don't know. It's on a ridge, so it's hard to tell what that's supposed to be. Sorry. I don't know. There's a third brake light, a really thin red strip printed there. That's probably the Nissan logo, now that I think about it, because it's the bar with the circle around it. Okay, so Silvia, it's nice to see something on the license plate. Some 3-dimensional exhaust tips, pretty small exhaust tips. The wing isn't super thick, so it's alright, I guess. I'm just looking for imperfections. It seems to be alright. Okay, the front end. Well, this is interesting. There's a raised It's a raised up emblem, and then there's some sort of printing on it. I guess that's just a stylized S for Silvia. So it's pretty good. It's nice and legible. There's like a shield shape around it. Got a good view of that metallic paint as well. And then a nice license plate up front. And then the headlights seem okay. There's some sort of light bucket back there. And the clear lenses, they're okay. These must be painted orange. Yeah, I think that's painted, yeah. And then painted black as well for these little indication of a vent. And then there's a silver piece here. I'm trying to figure that out, but I gotta take the car apart anyway, so with that said, you can just kind of see a little bit of this black interior, but we'll get a better look when I take it apart, which I will do right now. I want to see if I can lower the stance by moving the spacer, if it's built the same way as all the other BMs and Diecast Masters cars, but we shall find out. I do not know. Guess you can look at the bottom here. So it says 1996 Silvia S14 K's Aero. So see, it's a weird nomenclature. I don't know why it would be called K's. So if you Silvia fans can make a comment and educate us, that'd be great. This little silver paint on the exhaust is nice. Okay. So this interior piece seems to be 3 rivets holding the glass on there. So it's a pretty nice interior. I mean, there's some extra silver paint there. And look, there's 4 instruments, it seems, in that dashboard. Trying to get some better light. Look at that. That's really nice. Yeah, those are really small dials. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. That's as far as I can go. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Like, those are really legible dials. Like, it's running on empty or it's running cool on the left one. And then the right, furthest right, I don't know what that gauge would be. Anyways, a little silver on the steering wheel looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Okay, well, now we know what that looks like. So I was kind of curious about that silver thing. So that silver thing in the grille is part of the base, and it's just painted silver. So I'm assuming that's supposed to be like an intercooler. I would have to guess this is supposed to be a turbocharged version. And it does look like it's built the same way as the other ones. So there's 4 screws holding this thing together. And I'm going to see if I can move this washer onto the bottom. So effectively I would be raising the wheels, which effectively would make the car look like it's lowered. Alright, I'm back, and I did manage to basically just put the washer on the bottom of those axles, and so that effectively lowered the ride height. So you can see now the tire is quite sunken in there in the front. So that's great, you know, that the very first one I got from BM Creations, I was complaining about all the extra parts, but it does make sense to have that washer as a separate piece, because now you can still run the original wheels but have it lowered. It doesn't have as much, it doesn't have a camber though, like the aftermarket wheel set that came with this, that I do not have, sadly. The reason why I don't have it is I bought this thing for half price. I figured, well, you know, if I can buy this for half price, I'm willing to give up the packaging and the second set of wheels, because I suspected I could do this anyways. So it still looks like a modified car slightly. Oh, some of you guys might wonder about the rolling thing. There's some friction now. You know, I think the tires are literally rubbing the fenders. They probably rolled better in the stock ride height. Okay, well anyways, here's an S13, previous generation from Inno64, but it's modified with the whole Rocket Bunny body kit, so it looks actually bigger because it's got the over fenders and stuff like that. It's a great model though. It just doesn't steer, which is fine, you know. It is a bit of a bit of a sales gimmick here that these guys do, but I kind of like it because it does look like it's drifting, because, you know, steering into the turn. And so we have the S15 from BM Creations or Diecast Masters. I think that one was labeled as a Diecast Masters. Actually, yeah, there's no branding on the bottom, but okay. So yeah, this one is running the aftermarket wheels. I have reviews on all these other cars if you want to search my channel. But it seems as though now I have all the Silvias from BM Creations. I think they only made these two. I don't think they made an S13 or an S12. Correct me if I'm wrong though, because I'll definitely get them if they do. I like this brand. You know, the defroster lines are really the biggest thing that I don't like right now on both of these models. But I guess that's a pretty minor nitpick, right? Okay, well, yeah, sorry for the half-assed review, but I cheaped out, and I bought a model for half price, and respectfully, it's missing a bunch of parts. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in the next round, and hopefully I'll have a complete model to show you. Okay, bye.